answer it. Tommy Robinson doesn't hide. Tommy Robinson will answer any question.
Oh, mate. Brilliant, mate. Brilliant, mate.
Deborah, I'm getting banged out.
You stand by that.
This is a typical middle class fellow. Now, questioning Tommy about racism. This is what the middle classes do. They have a different cultural perspective, and they are Islamic apologists.
I believe in love, not hate.
Because within their communities, they don't have to suffer like we do in the working class communities. This is the way the middle classes perceive things.
Not a chance.
This is a typical middle class. Listen to him. Look at him.
You're a Trotskyite, are you?
I'm not a Trotskyite.
What are you
I'm
then?
a socialist.
Well, who's you follow? Trotsky, Marx, Karl Marx?
No.
Wait,
I like John McDonnell and Jeremy Corbyn.
John McDonnell? He's Chairman
He's a Marxist.
He's a communist. He is a communist.
He's not a communist.
Well, what was he? What he threw Chairman Mao? He was in the Workers' Revolutionary Party.
He's not a communist. He's a good man.
You're a liar, or you're a fool. He's a communist.
When Labour get in power, you will all...
Labour won't get in power. He's just
How old are you? How old?
23.
You should have more sense.
He's a student. He knows nothing.
I'm not a student. I work full time.
Yeah, but you know nothing.
I'm protesting against Nazis.
Well, no Nazis.
You're not Nazis.
You're the only Nazi here. You're the only Nazi here. You're the only fascist here.
How can you not be
You're a
fascist
red
when the
fascist.
handbook, right? Antifa handbook states what a
You're
fascist is,
Antifa.
and it explains exactly what they are.
See, we believe in freedom. The Labour Party doesn't. They try and stop people speaking the truth.
How can you have American sanctions to blame for it when all the Venezuelans are trying to get into America in the first place? How does that one work?
Donald Trump, what they're trying to do...
Oh, Donald Trump's a great guy.
Well, if these American...
He hates Donald Trump and the Labour Party.
I don't even know why you're here. You're here to cause trouble.
I'm not here to cause
You
trouble.
are. You're labelling people Nazis.
I'm not calling...
Right, so if you want to call me a Nazi, right, we go and see if we can get you arrested like what happened to James Goddard. If you want to start labelling people Nazis.
From this point on, tomorrow, spending the whole day working out our route for the rest of the month, and when we come to the cities, we'll be coming to the working class estates. So Stockport on Wednesday will be in Brimington at 7 p.m. So every single night we'll be somewhere at 7 p.m. We're going to go across the whole of the Northwest, but we didn't give ourselves time to properly plan that. So we're going to take the whole of tomorrow to plan it, to book it, to make sure we've got the route planned. But I just want to say a thank you for everyone that's come in. We'll be here until 5 p.m. but literally, apparently, I think there's some counter-protesters. So we might end up with milkshake again. But it's not my birthday, I don't know where that's come from. Everyone keeps saying it, and I say online it's my birthday. It's not my birthday, but I've got a couple of birthday presents already, so thank you. But yeah, just a thank you to everyone for coming, and anyone, even volunteers. Volunteers have signed up on the website.
But the Osmond warns, Tom, you don't take them too seriously, no?
No, it's not that I don't take them seriously. I just think if I start making decisions on what I'm going to do based on what might happen, then I'll never do anything.
Yeah.
So I just think that...
What do you think of his chances of being elected?
I'm going to win.
That's the best. That's a great way to think. Yeah.
100%.
And Tom, what do you think? Just another thing I want to ask you, Tom.
If the support I have turns into votes, then I'm winning. Yeah? It's just getting our people to feel politicised enough to vote.
Tom, you know the working classes. You want to go on, as you said before, onto some of the working class estates, social housing estates, and council estates.
That's what we should. Yeah.
I just wondered, Tom. You know you're working class yourself, like I am. You know. And you do emphasise the importance that the working classes are not being properly represented, and they've got no voice in the media, have we? No voice at all.
No voice in the media, no voice in politics, no voice anywhere.
What do you think about like media figures like Katie Razzle and people like that who are upper middle class sort of journalists who live in the middle class suburbs and the other middle class suburbs? Do you think they're totally out of touch with working class people?
I think they're out of touch, and I don't think they care.
They don't care.
They don't care, and that's what I said. They don't live the same lives. They don't even know who we are. Many of them. And in fact, I've got a taxi. Outside Parliament, and he always picks up politicians. So, he said, you know how they describe us? They call us the children. Politicians, when they're talking about the public, they say the children. And by this Brexit vote, you can see it. They think, oh, we know better than you. We know better than you.
Tommy, there's just another thing too. You know, there's a lot of people in the Christian churches praying for you. Are you aware of that?
I am.
I'm a Christian myself. I'm a Christian nationalist. I've just thought, have you ever thought of becoming a born-again Christian and giving your life to Jesus, which will help you further, I believe, in your campaigns?
I haven't, mate. No.
Seriously,
Spiritually.
seriously, because you've got to remember, Tommy, this government hates Christians. It wants to sort of do away with Christianity. That's why it promotes secularism, and it also doesn't like people who are working class, who are emancipated, you know, going amongst the working class people. We need working class people who speak out. Do you understand me, Tommy?
I do. I'm just not incredibly religious myself.
But you do believe in God.
Don't know, mate. Don't know.
Okay, thanks, Tom.
I don't believe in Muhammad, though.
Christianity plays a major part in our history and our culture. What we are seeing around the world now is the rise of Islam and the demise of Christianity. Is this deliberate? This is a serious issue. Is the government scared of Christians? You know, there are quite so many millions of Christians now in the United Kingdom, in the Church of England. That's the established religious churches, and the Catholic Church. Obviously, the Church of England is much bigger. But then we have the free evangelical churches, which there are many, and the Pentecostal churches, and the Baptist churches and such like. And the government does not want a Christian revival, you know, because Christian people can ask questions, Christian people can vote. So this government does not want a Christian revival in this country because it fears Christians, you know. So what we have now is the promotion of Islam and Sharia law, but the sort of like decline and downgrading of Christianity through the government's sort of insistence on secularism. And these are very serious issues. There needs to be a Christian revival in this country. And people like Tommy Robinson, you know, should become aware of this, should become aware of how important religion or Christianity is in this country and how important it is to Tommy's campaign as he, you know, tours the north of England to try and become a member of the European Parliament. What is an Osmond warning? Well, an Osmond warning is warnings of death threat or high risk of murder that are issued by British police or legal authorities to the possible victim. So this is heavy duty. Tommy's had 8 of these. I think up to December he's had 8, but I don't know how many he's had after December 2018. He could have had up to 10, but he's had one recently because of his campaign to become a member of the European Parliament, where he's touring around, you know, the north of England. And this is the situation. These are very, very serious threats. So, you know, this is why I believe Tommy should become a Christian and have God on his side to protect him.
Jamie, what's it like being world famous? Brilliant. Now, do you ever regret? Everyone calls us Nazis. And that, I mean, David Lammy said anyone who voted to leave the European Union was a Nazi. I know, it's ridiculous. So everyone uses this insult. Did you really get arrested for saying that?
Yeah, well, for harassment, for using the word Nazi, traitor.
Even though it's all true?
Yeah.
We cannot speak the truth anymore.
No one can speak the truth. And she was actually behaving like a Nazi, which is why she was called a Nazi.
Well, she's not democratic, is she?
No, she says that we're trying to undermine democracy, yet she's the one that's trying to overturn the referendum.
Well, she wants the people's vote. The previous vote wasn't a people's vote. Who was it who voted
But I thought David Cameron
Was it Martians?
he said in his speech though, didn't he? He said this is your vote, it's not the choice of the politicians, it's your vote. And then as soon as they didn't get the result they want, they're doing their best to try
What
and
you
overturn it.
decide we will do.
Which is why we all need to be out in force in October to make sure that we leave on the 31st of October. It's Halloween in London,
Well, we left on the 29th of March, didn't we, in law?
supposedly.
No, that was a statute that she overrid that with royal prerogative, and she never had the right to do that. It's been challenged in court now.
Do you think they'll win?
I think it's a legitimate challenge. And you just can't flip over laws if they don't exist. Oh, Tommy!
Tommy Robinson. Oh, Tommy Robinson.
It's an absolute
rubbish to vote because it doesn't mean anything. And
Especially this time.
Well, around here it's always been Labour, hasn't it? My dad voted Labour.
No,
my
I mean,
granddad voted Labour.
UKIP won 2 seats here at the last European election.
What I'm saying is in history, it's always been Labour, Labour,
There's
Labour.
always been a Conservative element here.
Right, well, where we've been in Manchester, which is where he's doing it mostly. Labour, Labour, Labour.
Yeah. Now, yeah. Manchester, big cities.
But everybody hates the Conservatives. Fine. And I don't blame you. Right? But there's nobody else.
Not everybody does hate it. But what I want to say is the mathematics, right? At the last European election,
7% is all you need.
you needed 100,000 votes.
7%.
Now, these elections aren't real, are they? They're like phantom elections.
More the point.
We don't even want to be in the European Parliament.
It doesn't mean anything because they can't do anything.
You know what I think it means? It's Tommy putting 2 fingers up to the establishment, to Theresa May and Jeremy Corbyn, 2 fingers, the Churchill sign, polite, impolite, but he's putting those 2 fingers up.
It's the biggest up yours. That was polite, wasn't it? There you go.
If we can get Tommy elected, it's the biggest 2 fingers to the establishment they've ever had.
Basically, he said, how long do you think my first speech will be as a new member? And they went, I don't know. He said, 60 seconds. But what can you actually say in 60 seconds?
Quite a lot, you'd be surprised.
No, when you're trying to get it off your plate. I mean, you would usually write a speech that was worth listening to. In 60 seconds.
What he's got to say is this: we've been betrayed by the establishment. We've been lied to by Theresa May. We've been totally misled by Jeremy Corbyn, the arch Eurosceptic who now wants us to stay in. Who are these people?
I've got to be honest, I don't trust Farage.
But do you trust Tommy?
Yes.
Why?
Because I've been around him long enough. I wanted to come up and find out whether
I'll tell you what, with Tommy, he suffered.
I've had a great day. I thank every one of you again for coming. And this is, you know, there's been a populist revolution happening across the world. People think it started with Trump. It actually didn't. It started with Modi in India. The establishment were against him, the media were against him, the people stood behind him. They taught him a lesson. The American election was exactly the same. Sardinia in Italy, across Europe. On the 23rd of May, it's our time, it's our people's turn to show the world that we've had enough.
I was going to say in your speech there, Theresa May betrayed us. We were all betrayed, and we want revenge on it. We want to give it. You know what that means? Victory. Winston Churchill said that's victory, but he's really saying "F off, Adolf." You're like that to Theresa May.
I will.
She's betrayed us. The Churchill salute to the establishment, and if you do that, man, we'll all back you up, mate. Yeah, get on one of the council estates, we'll all be there for you. Either Crocky or Kirby or Hyde. See you there, Tom.
See you, Tom.
Thank you for watching this video. We're putting out messages as often as we can now to stir up the people of this nation and the people of the West to fight back on behalf of their nations, to have confidence that we can win. We're trying to buy new equipment. We want to buy a small camera so that we can film outside. And we want to buy some radio mics so we can get good sound quality outside. So we're looking for funds really to promote this work that we're doing. So if you support us and you want to invest in this battle to save our nation, there's a PayPal link in the description. If you can, please make a donation. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Ring the bell as well so you get a notification of any future videos we make. We're turning out 2, 3, 4 videos a week now, and we're going to keep on this battle until we win. Thank you.